So hello everyone, once again, I have sent you a file on the chat box. Please click on that link and download that file so that you can practice along with me. Because that's the way we learn Excel. There's no other way. We cannot learn Excel in any other way unless we don't practice. So I really, encourage you all to please open up your Excel files, download this file and open up. And it has different tabs and we'll go through all those tabs together. And once you're able to download the file, just give me a thumbs up. The file is in the chat box. There is a link, a Google Drive link. You can just click on that link and you will go to that file. Yeah. In case you're facing any issue in downloading, you can send me on a chat. Okay, I'll send the link again. It's in the, I had sent it in this chat only. I'll send it again. Good to see you again, sir. Roy, sir. I'm glad that people are joining for third time, fourth time. No audio? Am I not audible, guys? Is there any audio issue? I'm audible. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. So I think for people who are facing issue in some audio, maybe it's an issue at your end. Please check. Yeah. See, I don't want to send the file link in the group because I want it to be accessed by people only who are joining. I'm unmuted only. I'm speaking. So I think it's time to start. We're already 11 minutes. Okay, I'll send the link once again. This is the file link that you can start. And if you're not able to download for any reason, you can just be with me here. Okay. So before we start, I think a lot of you are joining for the first time. I think you're part of the group or you have registered through maybe some reference. So I want to give a small introduction about myself so that you know me a little better. Because when we know somebody, I think we are more interested in their talks. So I hope my screen is also visible now. All right. So my name is Divya Nath, as you all know, Divya Bhateja Nath, or you can say. So I am born and brought up in Delhi itself. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a consultant. I'm also an Excel coach. Okay. If you're not able to access, just try again because I think most of the people have been able to download the file. Okay. And in case it doesn't work for you still, I'll send it to you after the session. You can drop me your email. Okay, so coming to my background, I'm a chartered accountant. I qualified in May 2008. Okay, and I have worked with PwC and Fidelity. I'm a very, very simple girl. You can maybe make out from my talks and my looks. But I'm very fun loving. I'm determined. I am goal oriented. I love to work for my goals. I love to keep goals and then work for them. I am a mother to a beautiful daughter. She is almost 5 now. And my husband is also an analytical CA. So yeah, CA family. And as I said, I have been an entrepreneur as well. I have traveled to various countries in India and abroad, and I have mentored hundreds of people in various domains of life. Okay, and I have been a speaker at various events, whether live or Zoom, because from 20 to 21, like when we had COVID, I was taking most of the sessions online. Okay. Now, because here we're talking about Excel, so let's focus on Excel. That why it is even important to learn Excel? That's a key question. And I think most of you, whether you are a finance person or you are not a finance person, doesn't matter. Excel is something that can help you in every point of time, whether you want to eliminate, whether you are a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or a homemaker or an engineer or an architect, you know, or an, you know, like, I don't know, any field. Today there are so many fields. I've taken very cliched fields. Whatever you are, wherever you need to check your numbers. You need to keep your financial health okay. And for that, learning Excel, I think, is a basic need. And that is why it is so important to learn Excel. Okay. Now it eliminates a lot of inefficiencies. Yes, because there are a lot of times which Excel can do like this, and we keep doing it manually because we don't know how it is done. Okay, it can pose you a lot of challenges for your career if you're like, if you tell somebody I don't know Excel, they would not even interview you, forget taking you, right? Because that is one basic need that you need to have. Okay, then organizing data. Okay, it helps you organize and analyze and sort data. Okay, and then it also automates a lot of repetitive tasks. It saves you a lot of time. Okay, and of course, you know, once you are an Excel master, once you know tricks and tips, it can help you, you know, be a most looked upon person in your offices, in your, you know, colleague, with your colleagues, and get higher ranks. And the main point is that if you're not having fun learning Excel, trust me, you are doing something wrong, because it's actually fun. You have to figure out a way to start enjoying it, because the more you learn it, the more you're able to enjoy it, right? Now, next is that what happens when you don't learn Excel? Of course, it's the opposite. You have a lot of lower productivity. You are not reaching home on time. You are getting frustrated with your bosses, right? Thinking that maybe he's giving me so much work that I cannot handle. Okay, your decision making skills get hampered. Your lifestyle is absolutely compromised because you are not growing, and your personal brand also does not exist. So that is why before we get into the learning part of Excel, it is so important. I always believe that it is so important to understand why to do something, because when we know why to do something, how part we figure out. But that why is so crucial that when we say now, when we are into something for a right reason, we don't go out for a wrong reason. So in the same manner, you have to have that you know, that inclination towards learning it. Okay, so this is something that I have done. So just a small brief on that, how I take sessions for corporates. I take one-on-one session, I take group session, online session, and I have received amazing feedbacks for all the classes that I have taken. Okay, and we'll talk about it later. Now let's come to our sheet. Okay, I'll stop sharing and share again. And this is going to be an hour session. So I want you all to be there till the end of the session, because everything that I'm going to tell is important. Okay, and I'm not going to upsell some course or something by the end of the session like most of the webinars people do today. Yes, I have an amazing special class for you, which I'm taking next week. Okay, but that's not a typical upselling that most of the people do these days. So don't worry that I'm going to become, you know, somebody ki, oh, aap webinar mein aaye ho, to aapko ye karna hai. You can just be here, learn, and then, you know, choose whatever you want to do. Okay, so I'm opening that file which you all have, and I hope you all have it opened as well. It starts from here, be an Excel port. Okay, can I get one confirmation once more that you all have it, except one or two people who are not able to download? Just quickly maybe type in the chat box. Yes. Okay, I want more yeses. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good, 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 good. Yes is such a positive word, no? Can't download? Okay. There should not be any reason for you to not download. Just look at that three dots on the side of it. It will give you that option, or it will give you on the upside. And if you can't download, if you can just open let it be because we have to start. Okay, so because this is, a basic session, so I'm going to cover some basic things first. It has to enable content because I have given the editor rights. So with phone, Amrita, you cannot be maybe doing it. You'll try using through a laptop. Okay, Vishak. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Megha. I'm happy to see you again, Megha. Okay, so I've got some good number of yeses, not S's, some good number of yeses, which allow me to proceed because we have to value each other's time. Okay, let's start with the basics. I know some of you may feel that I know it already, but trust me, if you look at the tabs, we have we have like 1, 2, 3, 4. There are almost 20 tabs that I have. A lot of things that maybe you don't know. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. So be with me. Okay, be patient. We'll try to wrap it up in 1 hour max. Okay, I won't be very slow. I won't be very fast. But I want you to be there. Okay, I'm not audible. Is it a problem again? Am I not audible? Please confirm. Because some people are saying I'm not audible. Please confirm. Audible, 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 audible. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I think the people who are not able to hear me, maybe you can log out and log in again and ensure that you are connected to your computer audio and we'll go with it. Okay. All right. I'll have to stop this for some time so that we don't get disturbed. I am not audible. Sorry. Okay, so let's start with the basics. What does an Excel sheet look like? Like a 5-year-old. Okay, so you have to understand that this whole thing is called an Excel sheet, and what you see on the top where this is a save sign, this is an auto save, this is a camera. Excel has a camera also. Excel can speak also. These are some quick. This is known as a quick access toolbar. So whatever you want to put here, you can click here. It says customize quick access toolbar. You can customize, you can add, you can say more commands. And then let's say you want, there is some function that you use very regularly and you want to put it on the top. So you can do that. Okay. So that's called a quick access toolbar. Okay. I'm sure you all know that these are columns and these are rows. A's and rows are 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are 16,384 columns and 10 lakh 48,576 rows. Okay, this area now, because I'm going to refer it to a lot during our sessions. So this area, file, home, ribbon, this page layout, formulas, data review, all this is known as the ribbon. So I'm going to say go to ribbon, click on this. So just keep in mind that this is called ribbon, and below ribbon, all this that you see, which is Arial, this is the font, the size, the bold, italics, underline, and formatting, add-ins, analyze data, all this is known as the command group. Okay, now wherever I put my cursor, let's say it's on B13, so this is called as name box, which we can name also, which is part of an advanced session if we go to that range. Okay, so there you see B13. I can maybe select and make it as colors. So now the names will be colors. Okay, so I can color those ranges also. I can name it. This is called a formula bar where you see insert function. Okay. And then on the right hand side, you see there is a vertical and horizontal scroll bars where you can scroll your sheet up and down and left and right like that. It's called a scroll bar. Okay. These are called various worksheets, which are different tabs also. And then there is a view option, worksheet view option here, which you see. Okay, and you can see your sheet. Now, I'm sure most of you are using maybe Word also. And if you have Excel 365 or I think 22 and later, now in Excel also there is a navigation pane, which was earlier not there. So if you go to view and you click on navigation, okay, when you click on navigation, if you see, you will see all the tabs that are in my sheet. So earlier we used to face a lot of problem that, okay, how do I know? So if you see all these sheets are there in my this current sheet, it allows me to navigate. So wherever I click, I can go to that sheet. Okay, so this is some basic knowledge about Excel. Now, just for people who may be new, very, very new, I just wanted to say that let's say these are three things that are given to you. That you have to change the size to 18. Let's say these are some words, cell. I've told you what is a cell, what is a sheet, what is a ribbon, what is a workbook, what is a formula bar, and worksheets are this. So it says change the size to 18, which means what? You can select this, go to the ribbon, home tab, and make it 18 because it's already 18. We don't need to do anything. Let's say I want to make it 20. I can make it 20 like this. Change the color to green or yellow. Change the font to Tahoma. So again, select and select Tahoma. Maybe red. It's not very red at all. So, bold, italics, underline. So I'm just removing all of that. I don't want bold. I don't want italics. Some very basic fonts things so that you know that, okay, these are possible. And in fact, if you want to reduce the size, you can also click here, okay, which says increase or decrease font size. So you can choose, okay, I want this much or I want 18, 14, whatever you want to choose. Okay, so these are some very, very basic things that even if you are attending Excel class for the first time in your life, you will know that, okay, this is what an Excel sheet looks like. These are the home, this is the tab. Okay, now going to the pay special. I know most of you know cut, copy, paste. So that's why I have removed that point. Control X is cutting, Control C is copying, and Control V is pasting. Okay. And I'm just assuming that most of you would know that. But there is something known as paste special. Okay, which is an unbelievable tool, which if you work with Excel, you will realize that we use it a lot. Okay, and I will tell you how to use it. Okay, so now here there is some sheet data given, in which there is an employee ID, there is a name, there is a salary, there is a age. Okay, now let's say you want to paste only the numbers. Okay, तो उसके लिए मैं क्या करती हूँ, मैं इसको ना एक बारी I'll give it a dollar sign. I've given it a dollar sign. Okay, now let's say you don't want the dollar sign, you only want to paste these numbers. So normally, if you are doing a copy paste, you would do Control C, and let's say you are pasting here, you will put a Control V and the numbers are here. So this is called as a normal pasting. Okay, but now I have been asked to paste only the number. So what I will do is I will select this. Okay, again press Control C. Okay, and I'll put my cursor wherever I want to paste. Let's say I want to paste in M3. Okay, I'll put my cursor here. I'll go to paste special. Okay, you on the home, you go to paste and there is a paste special. And if you see here, there is a term called values. Okay, so if you say only values and press OK, now you see the difference. This is paste special. This is paste special. Why? Because here there is no dollar sign that has come along. So there may be time when you want to paste only numbers, or let's say you want to paste only formulas. Okay, तो अगर मैं यहाँ पे कोई फॉर्मूला लगा नहीं हुआ, but let's say I'll insert a column. Okay, and let's say I will do this multiply by 2 so that there is a formula. And I say I want to paste only formulas from here. Then again, I'll press Control C. Wherever I want to paste, I will go. I'll go to paste special from here and I will say only formulas. Okay. So if you see, there is no number which has come here. It has only taken formulas. So if I write 30,000 here, this will convert into a number. Okay, I hope I'm making sense till now. Now there is a possibility that you want to paste only the formats. So ये एक पूरा format है. मेरे को अपना data डालना है, but मुझे format यही रखना है. Again, I'll do Control C. I'm taking the entire data now. Let me remove this. Yeah. So I'll do Control C. Let me tell you the shortcut also. So when you press Alt, okay, just look at it carefully. When you press Alt, you see there is a highlighting thing which is done here, which is F, H, N, P, M, A, R. So धीरे धीरे जब आप एक्सेल में काम करोगे तो आपको पता समझ आएगा कि यू डोंट यूज माउस, you have to use more and more shortcuts to become an a world class financial analyst or in a financial world. But in a normal scenario, just know simple things. Okay, so the formula for this pay special is alt es. Okay, alt es, and here I have pressed V, so that's why it's coming on V. But let's say I want to paste only the format, so it's alt est. Okay, and I press OK. So now you see what has come below is just these box and no data has come. And that is why it is known as space special. Okay. Am I clear? Any doubts still here? Any questions to anybody? I hope it's all clear. Space special, because this is something that will help you a lot when you're working a lot with data. Okay. So now you can paste only numbers, you can paste formulas, you can paste format, and you can transpose data as well. अगेन ट्रांसपोज इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग। लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स जब हम डेटा ऐसे बनाते हैं लेकिन हमें बोला जाता है नहीं है, मुझे ऐसे नहीं चाहिए था, मुझे तो हॉरिजॉन्टली चाहिए था, या मुझे तो इस वे में चाहिए था। आई हैव सीन पीपल डूइंग इट मैनुअली। ओके, दैट्स नॉट रिक्वायर्ड। सो लेट्स से आई वांट टू, this is the vertical data, I want it horizontally, or let's say I'm doing something else, I want their names like this, so I can press again Control C. Wherever I want to do the paste special, I'll put my cursor, I'll press Alt S. Okay, and I will click here on transpose. Okay, and when I click here on transpose, see, all my names have come like this. Can you all try it in your sheets and let me know if you're able to do it? Quickly try it in your sheets. We'll give 1 minute, maybe maximum. Try doing transpose or normal paste and paste, all these things. So just try doing that. Because when you try it, you will know if you're facing an issue or not. Done. Okay. Thank you, sir, for confirming. Great, Amarpreet. Good, good. More done, more yeses. That's what all I want in this class. Okay, I'm done. Because when you do it yourself, trust me, you'll feel like, okay, if you have never done it before. Of course, if you are somebody who have known it, that's fine. Okay, great. So let's move ahead. I see some dones. Now let's look at this sheet. Okay, let's come to learn formatting. Now tell me in chat box, what are the problems in this data which needs formatting? There is a lot of problems, but I want you to think and tell me so that we can start working on formatting the data, because you can never send something like this to your superiors. Because if I get a sheet like this, my mind will go crazy. I'll like wonder who has sent me this sheet. What do I make out of this sheet? So tell me the errors in this sheet. Month on the top. Okay, so yes, it's the formatting you are saying. It's in numbers. What else? What else is wrong in this sheet? Quickly, everyone, what else is wrong in this sheet? I'm sure you can see a lot of mistakes. Just think. Alignment, very good. What else? No alignment. Some data is on left, some is on right. That's what you are saying? Okay. Bold, italics, font size. Font sizes are different. Formats are different. This format is different. That format is different. Absolutely. So let's quickly make it into a good looking data. Okay. Somewhere it's 0, somewhere it's date. गलतियां पकड़ने के लिए हम सब माहिर हैं. Everybody will be, quick to point out the mistakes, and that's why I wanted you all to point out, because I know we all have that, habit. Anyway, so let's do it. So first thing first, let's first change the font size and the format to 1, like in simple words, in one way. So I'll just leaving that date, okay, because date will come later. I'll just select this data and let's say I'll make it Arial only. Everything should be Arial. And everything should be 9. That's the first thing. 9 I think is looking smaller. So I'll make it 10. So at least the size and the font size is same. Now, yes, there are some italics. So again, I'll select and I'll ensure I'll click on the italics 2 times so that all the italics are gone. Okay, now there are decimals which I don't want to see. So I will remove the decimal. I'll select this, and if you see here comma style, okay, I'll click here so that there are commas in my numbers. And then this is the way to increase or decrease decimals. So I have decreased. Already started to look good. Okay, there is some, you see, there is some lines here, which is the borders. So I'll go on this border and I'll say no border. Okay, I don't want any colors. So I'll remove colors. No fill. Now coming to the date. So when you have to change the date, okay, you can press Control 1, which will open up the Format Cells dialog box, which is here also. Okay, and you go to date here, and I want only months and year. So I want to select this format. Okay. Now again, here also there is some italics, there is some bold. So I will press Control-B, which is for bold, and Control-I, which is for italics, and I'll remove the italics. Okay. Again, I don't want this color on the top. This alignment is right, everything is left. So I'll make this also alignment to the left. Okay. And because this is my top line showing net working capital. So how else you can, so now again, how do you copy the formats? So either using paste special or from this format, but painter. So I'm here, I want to paint the format of this to this. So I can select this and just press it here. Okay. And press it again. Okay. So now already started to look much, much better. What else can I do? Still, I see some borders here. So I'll remove these borders. Okay. And this, you know, these 3 lines, there is no data here. Sorry. Sorry guys, I think somebody got unmuted. Okay, so these are the blank rows. So I can remove it, or I can group it also, so that you know there is no way that agar kal ko isme koi data aata hai, then I have these lines. So to group the data, okay, you can press Alt D and G. Alt D G, when you press, you see this data can be hidden like this. So there is a plus sign. Okay, and if you want to see how to group, you just go there. Okay? On the data ribbon, you see group, and this grouping can happen. Okay, so I've just grouped it. And now this last line, maybe I want to give this a totals border, top thick border. Yeah, and I can bold it also. So we have corrected date, we have given a border, we have highlighted totals. We can remove blanks or group them and mark negative numbers as red. So for that, we can go to Control-1 and do. So do you understand this? So now you see all my data is looking much better. Still here I see, I think these fonts are still different. Some are Calibri, some are Arial. I want to make everything Arial. I want to make everything as 10. Yeah. Now you see, I hope you all have your sheets in which you can do all of this. So quickly try it in your sheet so that, and maybe if you want to change some styles or anything, that's absolutely fine. But just bring that data to this point. Just bring the data to this point. And confirm me once done. Spend 2 minutes and confirm me once you are done with this formatting. Done? Yeah, you can make it red by going on control 1. Okay. So if you want to make it red, you can go to control 1. Okay. Go on custom. And if you'll see this font. If you go from like third, fourth, five, sixth, seventh custom format will show you this like this red, and it will get into red. So format formula, control C. If I press Alt T S T, see my font will match here. But I don't want it, so I just want this format. All right, shall we move ahead? Can we move ahead? Yes, okay. So I think now whenever you are sending a sheet to anyone, make sure that your data looks good, because that's the first impression. And one more small tip that I can give you, whenever you are sending a sheet to anyone, always save your sheet. Always put your cursor, let's say on A1 or A2 maximum, like not here or there. Like if you put your cursor here on, let's say M21, if I put my cursor here, I'm just highlighting for the timing, okay? Or let's say here, if I put my cursor here on L49 and I close my sheet and I send it to somebody. So when they open it, it will open exactly from this point. And the person will be wondering, okay, where is the data? Okay, I know it may look small, but professionally, you should always save your sheet on, put your cursor, put your mouse on A2, press Control S to save, then press Control W to close. Always, just make it a habit so that you look professional when you're working. Okay, now these are some formatting things which I told you. You can press Control 1 to get to the format cell, or you can click here in the ribbon, in the home ribbon. If you see, when you press here, then also it goes to format cells. Okay, so what it's saying is, let's say अब मुझे dollar नहीं चाहिए था, मुझे INR चाहिए, rupee चाहिए. Okay, and I have written, let's say 2000 here. So I'll press Control 1. Okay, I can go to currency, and then this symbol dollar, that's a default symbol. I can change to rupee, I can change to euro, I can change to whatever currency I want. So I change it to rupee and I press OK and I get one. I don't want the decimal places. I can remove the decimal places from here. Okay, and it's gone. Okay, or I want it red. Red I've already shown you. I want to superscript it, like I want to cut that number. So again, press Control 1. Okay. I'm not sure how people are in. Okay. No, I think it will not happen. Yeah. So let's say you want to superscript this number. So you can go to alignment, sorry, font, and you see strike through, superscript. So when you press strike through, this number is like showing as cut. My voice is, I think, audible to everyone. Please confirm once again. Because when I get, comments like this that my voice is not audible, I get scared. Yes, okay. Like I'm audible. Okay, okay. Yes, audible. YA. You can type YA. Rather than writing yes, audible. Okay, all right. I have the confirmation. I'm absolutely audible, loud and clear. Okay, so shortcut, remember to change your numbers, to change the fonts, to change the formatting. You can show numbers in different format, and it happens like that. Superscript is, let's say you want to write first. So now this first is coming like this, but you want, first like that. So again, press Control 1 and say superscript. Sorry. I have to select just ST. And then press Control 1 and then press superscript. Okay, now you see it has become first. 1 ST like we write. Okay, all right. Now let's come to the formulas. Some good formulas that we are going to learn. Okay, so again, there is some data. And just to let you know, the signs that we use in Excel are the plus sign, the minus sign. Multiplication comes through a star at asterisk. Then there is an elevate sign, which is called raised to the power. and then division sign is like this, divided by. Okay, so just look at this data. Again, this small data in BCDE, where you have some employees' names, salary, and ages. Okay, now if you want to figure out the total salary, of course, there is a simple sum formula. Okay, now sum formula, how do you type? You just write equal sum. Okay, you can open the bracket and then you can just select whatever you want to sum, close the bracket, and it's done. The shortcut for this is pressing Alt plus. When you press Alt plus, even then you get the same thing. Okay, and that's a cool thing to know. So everybody should know that. Now let's say you want to figure out what is the average salary of each employee. Okay, so average salary of each employee you can figure out using an average formula. Again, simple, press average, write average, open bracket, select all the numbers that you want average of, close the bracket, and it's done. Okay, now you want to figure out the number of employees or whatever. Let's say you have some products that list you want to figure out and you have not put the series name. अब आप ये देखो कि ये तो बहुत छोटा सा डेटा है, इसलिए आपको लग रहा होगा मैं नॉर्मली काउंट कर सकता हूँ, और यहाँ पे भी अगर आप देखो काउंट आ रहा है 16. But there is a count formula also which works, which you can do count, press count, and then select whatever you want to select, and it becomes. Now you have to remember that count function will only count rows where there are numbers, but there is a function known as count A. Okay, you can use count A, which I have shown here, which can count even the text. So when you press count A, count up, okay, and open the bracket, and then you select these names, because usually you would want to count the number of employees now through their names, not through their salaries. So that's why I'm using count A, selecting the rows, bracket close, and I get 14. Okay, because I have not selected here, so it's actually from here. So it's 60. So count, count A, sum, average, these are some simple formulas. Now there is also a formula called maximum formula, which from where you can just press max, select your data, and it will tell you what is the maximum amount that appears in your list. Okay, and then there is a minimum formula which tells you what is the least amount of salary that you are paying. Now let's apply a different formula. Okay, so here I have written, can you apply formula to find out those who are more than 25 eligible for training? Okay, so for now, I want all of you to remove this F and G का जितना भी formulas लगा हुआ है इसको हटा दो. Okay, and let's build it here. तो आपको ये निकालना है कि कितने लोग 25 से ऊपर है, because they are eligible for some training which is going to happen in this organization. So you can use if formula. Okay, how do you use if? You press if. Okay, and understand, आपको Excel का formula बनाते वक्त हमेशा Excel बताता है what is that you want to do. Okay, so if you see here, there are 3 parameters which is coming on my screen, which is logical test, value if true, and value if false. Okay, और जिस भी criteria पे आप होते हो वो bold and highlight हो जाता है. So if you see here, I am on the logical test, so it is bold and highlighted. It's very important to remember that, because जब हम लंबे formulas बनाएंगे तो हमें यही help करेगा. Okay, now what is my test? My test is क्या इंसान की age, यानी कि ये age greater than, which is greater than sign 25 है, क्योंकि मुझे यही निकालना है. अगर 25 से ऊपर है तो वो एलिजिबल है ट्रेनिंग के लिए. ओके, नाउ द मोमेंट आई प्रेस कॉमा, आप देखो वैल्यू इफ ट्रू हाईलाइट हो गया, डार्कन हो गया. सो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू इफ ट्रू? अब क्या करें, उसको बोलो यस. इन्वर्टेड कॉमास में लिखना पड़ेगा यस. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दिस. अगर आप टाइप कर रहे हो इफ फॉर्मुलाज में, आपको इन्वर्टेड कॉमास में टाइप करना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज फॉर्मुला काम नहीं करेगा. ओके, वैल्यू इफ इज यस, यानी कि वो एलिजिबल है ट्रेनिंग के लिए, कॉमा. वैल्यू इफ फॉल्स तो हम लिखेंगे लेट्स से नॉट एलिजिबल, अगेन इन इन्वर्टेड कॉमास, एंड देन आई विल क्लोज द ब्रैकेट. ओके, सो इफ एज इज ग्रेटर देन 25 देन यस, एल्स अगर नहीं है तो नॉट एलिजिबल. सिंपल फॉर्मूला. एंड आई क्लोज द ब्रैकेट एंड आई प्रेस एंटर. नाउ इफ यू सी, बिकॉज एज 24 है, इज नॉट एलिजिबल, आई विल जस्ट डबल क्लिक ऑन दिस कॉर्नर. ओके, एंड ये बहुत ज्यादा हो गया इसलिए मैं ऐसे ही ड्रैग ही कर लेती हूँ. So if you see, it has given me all the people who are more than 25 years of age, turned it into yes. Okay, can you see it? Now if I change this days to 30, the formula is working fine. It is converting it into yes. Okay, now one more time. Okay, how many employees have salary more than 6,000? ओके, सो अगेन आई एम यूजिंग इफ. अब यहाँ पे लॉजिकल टेस्ट क्या होगा, ये सैलरी से लगेगा. क्या सैलरी ग्रेटर देन 6,000 है, कॉमा, वैल्यू इफ ट्रू, इन्वर्टेड कॉमा में तो यस, अदरवाइज इन्वर्टेड कॉमा में नो. ओके, एंड I can again drag it and it's done. Now what I can do? Now I can just count the yeses, which can be done through count if. So I can press count if again and if. Count if, तो फॉर्मूला को खुद ही बता रहा है कि count if करना है. Okay. Now what is the range? I'm saying this is the range. Criteria मतलब कि आपको क्या काउंट करना है, तो मुझे सिर्फ yes काउंट करने हैं. That's what I'm saying. मुझे इस लिस्ट में सिर्फ yes काउंट करने हैं. Bracket close. So I get to know that okay, 10 people have a salary more than 6,000. Or again, similarly, if I press count if, I can go to again range, comma, again I'm typing yes because यहाँ पे same ही था criteria. तो यानी कि 11 लोग हैं which are eligible for training and 10 लोग हैं जिनकी salary more than $6,000 है. Okay, I hope this makes sense and everybody has understood. And you can, if you are practicing along with me, just practice because I may not have time to give you time for practicing everything alongside. But when I'm speaking, I'm sure you're able to do it. I hope I'm not fast. Yes, no, anything, anybody? Have I? No, I have. Okay, I'm not fast. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right. Some more formulas we'll learn quickly. Okay. So upper, lower, and proper formulas. I think no, I haven't. I thought I have sent the video. Anyways, so upper lower formulas are very simple. I want to just quickly run through it. अगर आप देखो इस डेटा को, I'll just make it a little bold. कुछ बड़े लेटर्स हैं, कुछ स्मॉल लेटर हैं, कुछ कैपिटल हैं. ओके, दिस इज इन राइट वे अगेन टू सेंड डेटा. तो एक्सेल ने हमें 3 फॉर्मुलाज दिए हैं. अपर विल कन्वर्ट एवरीथिंग इनटू अपर केस कैपिटल लेटर्स. लोअर विल कन्वर्ट एवरीथिंग इनटू स्मॉल लेटर्स. सिंपली लोअर ओपन करके टेक्स्ट को सिलेक्ट करना है, यू आर डन. प्रॉपर इज it will make only the first letter caps. So like this. So this is the best one. ये इसको एकदम ठीक कर देता है. See, now all my words are looking much better. Deepika, Dipti, Bhavna, Mastani, Dinesh, all these are my students and they're all in different names, right names. Okay, so I hope this is very simple and clear. Okay, round I have already posted videos. I'm sure you can watch it. I don't want to spend time here on the videos that I've already posted. Okay, let's go to dates because dates are very interesting and I have not covered in my previous sessions. So for people who have even attended my sessions before, this is a new one. This is something new that I have included it in here now. All right. So how do you look at dates? Now you have to understand ki I have written here 3 things that you have to know. Is that dates in Excel are stored as serial numbers, and that is why when we were formatting, you see it was coming as 43647 something like that. Because एक्सेल में जो डेट स्टार्ट की गई है वो 1 जनवरी 1900 से स्टार्ट की गई है और उसको फर्स्ट डे माना गया है और उसके बाद एक एक दिन ऐड करता जा रहा है. तो अगर आपकी कोई 1900 से पहले की आपको डेट डालनी है, लेट्स से आई वांट टू पुट 18 सितंबर 1870. ओके, एक्सेल विल नॉट टेक दिस डेट, लाइक मतलब वो फॉर्मेट नहीं आ रहा. आप देखो जो एक अगर मैं यही 18 सितंबर 2023 डालती हूँ, then you see I get the date format, but with this I don't because Excel doesn't take it. So उसको आपको कुछ और सोचना पड़ेगा अगर कभी ऐसा दिन आया तो. But anyways, it only recognizes only after 1900. Okay. Now some new things that you have to learn is जब आप एक फॉर्मूला होता है today का, when you write equal today, okay, today, and you close the bracket, open and close, that's it. और कुछ नहीं करना, just open and close the bracket and press enter. You get today's date. तब आप देखोगे मैं ये फाइल जब भी देती हूँ ना, मैं इसमें कुछ चेंज नहीं करती whenever I'm taking a session. ओके, यहाँ पे आप देखोगे फर्स्ट पेज पे मैंने एक डेट डाली हुई है. यहाँ पे बाय दिव्या बटेजा I've put in here a formula. Whenever you will open this file, even if you open it after 2 months, it will show you that day's date. Okay, so whenever you're making models, you use this. Okay, that's the first simple one. Second one is now. So when you press now, again just open and close, you will get time also. आज का जो टाइम है, अभी का जो टाइम है, जो डेट है, वो दोनों आ जाएगा. And whenever you will open the file, it will give you that current date. Okay. Now, if you want the year, let's say आपको इस particular date का year ही चाहिए बस. You don't want the month, you don't want the day. So you can press year, select your date, close bracket, it gives you year. Okay. Similarly, you can take out month, you can take out day, and you can also take out the day of the week through a weekday formula. Okay. So यहाँ पे अगर डे ऑफ द वीक जैसे एक्सेल में इसने फिक्स किया हुआ है that Sunday is taken as first today, first day of the week. So that's why it is showing as first. Now let me tell you some two good formula which is E date, E of month and network days. Because ये आपको जैसे अगर आपके पास कोई स्टॉक है, आपको देखना है कि 3 महीने में इसकी एक्सपायरी हो जाएगी. So what formula can I put? ओके या मुझे अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की ड्यू डेट निकालनी है, व्हाट फॉर्मूला कैन आई पुट, और आई वांट टू फिगर आउट मुझे इस महीने कितने दिन की सैलरी पे करनी होगी बिकॉज मेरे पास इतने वर्किंग डेज हैं. सो दीज 3 formulas आर गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. सो जस्ट सी देम वेरी केयरफुली. So let's look at E-date formula. So E-date formula returns the date of a future or a past month where the date is identical. Similar how? So let's say इसको भी हम छोड़ दो, इसको मत देखो, आप सिर्फ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डेट देखो. ठीक है, वो है 2 नवंबर. लेट से किसी चीज की 2 नवंबर, या नवंबर की जगह मैं इसको सितंबर कर देती हूँ. तो 2 सितंबर 23 और इसकी एक्सपायरी है आज से एग्जैक्टली 6 महीने बाद. तो आप डेट निकालोगे, अगर आपको एग्जैक्ट डेट निकालनी है तो आप ई डेट का फॉर्मूला ही लगा के निकाल सकते हो, विच हैज 2 पैरामीटर्स. स्टार्ट डेट विच इज दिस, तो आप बस इसको सिलेक्ट करोगे, एंड मंथ्स. सो मंथ्स मतलब कि आज से 6 महीने आगे. यू जस्ट गिव 6 एंड देन यू प्रेस एंटर. अब आपके पास देखो डेट आई है 45353 बिकॉज वो 1900 के हिसाब से आई है. तो आपको बस फॉर्मेट कॉपी करना है, तो आप ये कर सकते हो. ये आपने यहाँ पे कर्सर रखा, फॉर्मेट प्रिंटर उठाया, यहाँ लगाया, यू गेट योर डेट. ओके, और ये नेगेटिव भी काम कर सकता है. लेट्स से आपको देखना है कि आज से एग्जैक्टली 3 महीने पहले क्या डेट आएगी लिखने के लिए, तो वो यू कैन टेक इट थ्रू दैट. अगर मैं यहाँ पे लेट्स से 2 फरवरी कर देती हूँ, दिसंबर है ना, तो दिसंबर की जगह आपको 28 फरवरी. So I get 28 November as my 3 months prior date. Why I showed you February? Because वहीं पे confusion हो सकती है. Now end of the month. Again, end of the month is also one wonderful formula that we use when we are doing some modeling stuff. It allows you to find out the last day of an earlier or a later month. जो भी मंथ है. तो अगर आप बोलते हो कि मैंने लेट्स से 11 जुलाई को इन्वेस्टमेंट करी है और ये 3 साल बाद मैच्योर हो जाएगी, तो किस डेट पे एग्जैक्टली होगी. ओके, तो आप मतलब लाइक द क्वेश्चन इज हियर दैट योर इन्वेस्टमेंट इज सेट टू मैच्योर ऑन द लास्ट डे ऑफ द मंथ. तो अगर आप मिड वीक, मिड ईयर या मिड मंथ में कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हो और आपको पता है कि 3 साल होगी, लास्ट डे ऑफ द मंथ होगी फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, यू कैन सिंपली यूज ईओ मंथ. ओके, सो हाउ यू यूज ईओ मंथ. सो अगेन यू राइट एंड ऑफ द मंथ, ब्रैकेट ओपन, स्टार्ट डेट इज दिस जुलाई, एंड आज से 3 साल बाद है, तो बिकॉज मंथ्स में लिखना है तो आई एम राइटिंग 36 मंथ्स, एंड ब्रैकेट क्लोज, एंड आई गेट अगेन इन दिस फॉर्मेट. सो आई विल कंट्रोल सी, ऑल्ट एस टी, and I get my date. Alt ST is the shortcut for copying the formats. Okay. Now network days, again an interesting formula. It allows you to calculate the number of working days between the two dates. Okay. So let's say your start date is 1st January and your end date is 31st December, and you want to figure out the number of working days. So you use the formula network days. You see, आप लिखते हो तो आ जाता है network days. अब यहाँ पे 3 पैरामीटर है, स्टार्ट डेट, एंड डेज, हॉलीडेज, जो भी आपको निकालने हैं. तो हम बोलते हैं कि ठीक है, स्टार्ट डेट मेरी ये है और ऑफ कोर्स एंड डेट ये है, कॉमा हॉलीडेज मैंने यहाँ पे लिख के रखे हैं, जो 2-3 बेसिक हैं बस, वही, सारे नहीं, वैसे बहुत सारे होंगे. ओके, एंड आई एम जस्ट क्लोजिंग द ब्रैकेट एंड आई गेट 256 एज माई आंसर. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे एक एक्सपर्ट टिप मैं देना चाहती हूँ. अगर जैसे कई लोग दुबई में रहते हैं, उनका वीकेंड फ्राइडे सैटरडे होता है, देन विल दिस फॉर्मूला वर्क? नेटवर्क डेज फॉर्मूला तो काम करेगा नहीं, बिकॉज वो सैटरडे संडे वीकेंड अज्यूम कर रहा है। तो ओके, तो अगर आपके वीकेंड कुछ और हैं नॉर्मल सैटरडे संडे के अलावा, तो आप नेटवर्क डेज की जगह यू कैन यूज नेटवर्क days.intl, international, whatever you want to call it, intl. Okay, now look at the parameters here. It says start date is same, comma, end date is same, comma. Now it is asking you weekend कौन सा है आपका, क्योंकि हो सकता है कई लोगों का सिर्फ सैटरडे होता है वीकेंड, सो वो सारे ऑप्शंस यहाँ आपको दिख जाएंगे। हो सकता है फ्राइडे सैटरडे हो सकता है ओनली ट्यूसडे हो। सो अगर मैं लेती हूँ फ्राइडे सैटरडे और हॉलीडेज अगेन कॉमा सेम हॉलीडेज ब्रैकेट क्लोज, सी my answer is 257। तो अगर मेरे वीकेंड फ्राइडे सैटरडे हैं तो मेरे वर्किंग डेज एक ज्यादा है इन दिस ईयर कंपेयर टू सैटरडे संडे। ओके, आई होप यू ऑल गॉट इट, एंड वाज इट अ न्यू लर्निंग फॉर फ्यू or all of you? Can you write in the chat, did you learn something good here on the network days, or did you know it already? Oh wow, I get a lot of yes, thank you. Okay, coming to one last formula and then we'll go to some new other things. Absolutely, thank you Samiksha. Okay, great. Now let's learn some rank formula. Okay, so rank up, यहाँ पे मैंने स्टूडेंट शो किया है, रैंक आप कंपनीज को भी कर सकते हो, रैंक आप अपने कस्टमर्स को भी कर सकते हो, दिस इज जस्ट फॉर एन एग्जांपल, नीचे मैंने आपकी प्रैक्टिस के लिए दिया हुआ है वैसे। तो लेट्स से ये स्टूडेंट्स हैं और ये इनके डिफरेंट डिफरेंट स्कोर्स हैं। अब आप अगर टीचर हो तो आपको ये निकालना होगा ना कि अच्छा मेरी क्लास में फर्स्ट कौन आया, सेकंड कौन आया, थर्ड कौन आया, और आप मैनुअली देखोगे अच्छा इसके 56 है, ओके इसके 91 वाला फर्स्ट है, नो 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 98 वाला फर्स्ट है। You don't have to do anything manually. Excel allows you to do that. Okay, so how do? You can type rank formula. Okay, just learn, very simple but good to know. हमें याद नहीं रहता इसलिए मैं आपको याद दिला रही हूँ कैसे करना है। रैंक ब्रैकेट ओपन, अब आपको रैंक क्या करना है, नंबर, आपको किसको रैंक करना है, तो मेरे को आदित्य के 56 नंबर को रैंक करना है, ठीक है, कॉमा किसकी रेफरेंस में, ऑफ कोर्स इस पूरे डेटा की रेफरेंस पे मुझे ये बताओ, बेसिकली आई एम आस्किंग एक्सेल व्हाट टू टेल मी इज कि ये 56 इस डेटा में किस नंबर पे रैंक करेगा। ओके, कॉमा, अब वो ऑर्डर पूछ रहा है आपको डिसेंडिंग चाहिए या असेंडिंग चाहिए, ठीक है, मतलब हाईएस्ट टू लोएस्ट या लोएस्ट टू हाईएस्ट। तो लेट्स से मैं बोलती हूँ मुझे असेंडिंग चाहिए 1। तो अब मैं इसको, अगर मुझे इसको फ्रीज करना पड़ेगा, फ्रीज इज एब्सोल्यूट डॉलर साइन लगाने के लिए, सो आई एम यूजिंग F4 and F4 and it gets freezed. Okay, and I press enter and then if I drag it, so now you see what is my first number here. So Taran, because मैंने ascending करा है, so Taran जो है नीचे से फर्स्ट आया, बेसिकली फेल हो गया बेचारा, और लास्ट इज 17 में एवनी विच इज, अगर मैं इसको यहाँ पे 0 कर देती तो ये मुझे डिसेंडिंग दिखाएगा। तो नाउ इफ यू सी फर्स्ट नंबर पे आ गया एवनी विच हैज रैंक्ड 1 and Taran is failed because he has ranked 17. Okay, I hope it is clear. So for your practice you can rank these companies in the order of their revenue when you practice, but we have to move ahead. But I'm sure for teachers this is going to be really helpful, or for people who do scoring, ranking of companies, this rank function can be really helpful if you didn't know that. All right, this is another one is F5 use. Now if you see यहाँ पे कुछ days दिए हुए हैं, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे medical kits दी हुई है, और मुझे ये पता करना है इस डेटा में कि किस दिन ये जो दोनों नंबर्स है वो सेम नहीं है। सिंपल, तो ऐसे देखो अभी तो सेम ही दिख रहे हैं, अगर मैं अब लेकिन अगर यही अगेन ये तो 10 लाइन है, 15 लाइन है, अगर ऐसे मेरे पास 150 लाइन है और मुझे ये पता करना है दैट विच 2 days आर डिफरेंट, तो मेरा तो पूरा दिन लग जाएगा, एंड दैट इज वेयर इनएफिशिएंसी विल कम। सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज सिलेक्ट योर डेटा एंड यूज F5 फंक्शन। okay, press F5 or Control G. When you press F5, this dialog box open which is called go to special. When you press special, okay, यहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा है रो डिफरेंसेस, यू प्रेस रो डिफरेंसेस एंड प्रेस ओके, एंड नाउ यू सी उसने हाईलाइट कर दिया, एंड मैं इसको कलर कर देती हूँ। अब आप देखो मुझे 1 सेकेंड लगा ये पता करने में कि कौन से 2 कॉलम्स डिफरेंट है। इजंट इट अमेजिंग? अदरवाइज कोई इंसान पूरा दिल लगा रहा होता है इस बेचारा इसको निकालने के लिए। एंड यू नो दैट्स व्हाट आई लाइक टू डू, हेल्प पीपल सेव टाइम। ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट विच इज सेटिंग प्रिंट एरिया। नाउ हाउ मेनी, अब फॉर्मूलाज मैंने यहाँ तक खत्म कर दिए हैं बिकॉज बाकी हम एडवांस सेशन में कवर करते हैं। एडवांस सेशन में हम बहुत एक्सटेंसिवली कवर करते हैं सब, डिटेल formula and everything. But here also I'm covering some good stuff, as you all can see. Now, how do you set print area? Okay, अब अगर मैं normally इस टैब को, इस एजिंग को प्रिंट करना चाहती हूँ, लेट्स से मैं कंट्रोल पी प्रेस करती हूँ, कंट्रोल पी इज अ शॉर्टकट फॉर प्रिंटिंग, तो मेरे पास ये आ रहा है। ठीक है, अभी तो एज बाय चांस सब आ रहा है इसमें, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी शायद प्रिंट एरिया सेट किया हुआ है। जब भी आपको कोई एरिया प्रिंट करना होता है, आपको बस उसको सिलेक्ट करके you go to page layout and you go to print area and you click on set print area। तो आप exactly वही प्रिंट कर पाओगे जो आप करना चाहते हो। बस अदरवाइज क्या होगा, लेट्स से अगर मैं इस शीट पे आती हूँ, रैंक पे, अगेन मैं यहाँ पे कंट्रोल पी प्रेस करती हूँ। ठीक है, अब आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पे ये सब आ रहा है, बट लेट्स से मुझे तो सिर्फ स्टूडेंट का नाम और स्कोर्स चाहिए, तो हाउ कैन आई डू दैट? सो आई विल जस्ट सिलेक्ट स्टूडेंट का नाम एंड स्कोर एंड मे बी रैंक, सिलेक्ट दिस, गो टू प्रिंट एरिया एंड गो टू सेट प्रिंट एरिया। बस अब अगर मैं कंट्रोल पी प्रेस करूंगी फॉर चेकिंग, नाउ आई गेट ओनली दिस। सो दिस इज अ ट्रिक फॉर गेटिंग योर प्रिंट एरिया सेट प्रॉपरली। ओके, आइकन सेट। अगेन एक्सेल ने ना हमें बहुत सारी चीजें दी हैं विच कैन मेक अ डेटा लुक मच बेटर। ओके, तो जैसे यहाँ पे हम कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग की थोड़ी सी बात करेंगे। यहाँ पे हमें रेवेन्यू दिया हुआ है, कॉस्ट दिया हुआ है, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट दिया हुआ है, ग्रॉस मार्जिन दिए हुए हैं, एंड लेट्स से आपको बोला गया यू हैव टू हाईलाइट रेवेन्यू व्हिच इज मोर देन 500। सो हाउ कैन यू डू दैट? अगेन यू विल गो वन बाय वन, नो राइट, $500 ही $2000 कर लेते हैं, बिकॉज 500 से ऊपर तो सभी है, 2500 कर लेते हैं। ठीक है, तो अब हम क्या कर सकते हैं, यू कैन सिंपली सिलेक्ट दिस डेटा, go to home ribbon, okay, go to conditional formatting in the command group, go to highlight cell rule and press greater than. When you do greater than, and let's say you do 2500, just write here whatever numbers you have, and red क्यों करूंगी मैं, अगर मेरा रेवेन्यू अच्छा है तो मैं उसको ग्रीन करूंगी, I'll do green, okay, और let's say 3500 और बढ़ा रही हूँ मैं। okay, now you see all my numbers are automatically highlighted। अब ये 1500 है, अगर मैं इसको 5000 कर देती हूँ, उस पर फॉर्मेटिंग अपने आप लग गई। सिमिलरली यू कैन डू फॉर कॉस्ट, व्हाट यू कैन डू फॉर आइकन्स। आइकन्स भी होते हैं, सो लेट्स सी ग्रॉस मार्जिन है, अगेन कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग पे गए, यहाँ पे यू सी आइकन सेट्स हैं डिफरेंट डिफरेंट, इन रेड लाइट्स, इन एरोज, सो दैट यू नो कि सी यहाँ पे आपको जो जो डेटा देख रहा है उसके लिए कितना आसान हो गया ना चेक करना कि ओके ग्रॉस मार्जिन हैज रिमेन स्टेबल, और इट हैज इंक्रीज्ड इन दिस मंथ, और इट हैज डिक्रीज्ड इन दिस मंथ। सो दीज आर कॉल्ड आइकन सेट्स। Okay. Okay. Now, one more thing of conditional formatting is removing duplicates. So let's say you have this data. Okay, जहाँ पे आपको बहुत सारी ईमेल्स है, जैसे मैं लोगों से ईमेल्स मांगती हूँ या रजिस्ट्रेशन लेती हूँ और उसका डेटा निकालती हूँ, तो कई कितने सारे डुप्लीकेट्स आ जाते हैं, बस पीपल रजिस्टर ट्वाइस और थ्राइस। तो अब मैं कैसे एक लिस्ट बनाऊं विच इज यूनिक? ओके, सो व्हाट आई कैन डू, आई कैन सिलेक्ट दिस डेटा, ओके, आई कैन गो टू कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग, हाईलाइट सेल रूल्स। अभी मैं हाईलाइट कर रही हूँ, अभी रिमूव नहीं कर रही, रिमूव करने का प्रोसेस अलग है। सो आई गो टू कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग एंड आई सिलेक्ट दिस डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज एंड प्रेस ओके। नाउ यू सी ये रेड कर दिया इसने, ये सब यानी कि डुप्लीकेट्स हैं, यानी कि ये दो दो तीन तीन बारी है मेरे इस डेटा में, तो नीचे तक है, पूरे सारे डुप्लीकेट्स हैं, आई डोंट वांट दिस। सो अगेन व्हाट आई कैन गो, आई कैन गो टू डेटा, इफ यू सी हियर टेक्स्ट टू कॉलम, और इसके साथ में आ रहा है डेटा वैलिडेशन। यहाँ पे एक ड्रॉप डाउन है, आप इसको क्लिक करो, sorry, I've done wrong, this one on the top, not this one, on the top, if you see cross remove duplicates, okay, and I press this, now it is saying do you want to expand the selection, because mera data ek hi column mein, so I'm saying not use, continue with the current selection and just remove duplicates, and I press okay. So now my 67 values remain and 17 duplicate values are gone. Okay, so finding duplicates, removing duplicate takes seconds, doesn't take hours. Okay, all right. One more thing is creating hyperlinks. So how do you create a hyperlink? Okay, जैसे यहाँ पे hyperlink होता क्या है? Let me explain. If you see here, यहाँ पे मेरे पास ये बहुत बड़ी शीट है, इसके बहुत सारे टैब्स हैं. Okay, like I said, navigation pane आ गया हमारे पास, but still, if I want to quickly, see my dates thing, my, formatting tab, so I can create links for each sheet. जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने क्लिक किया तो मैं बेसिक्स पे आ गई. कंट्रोल जी प्रेस करूंगी और ओके करूंगी तो वापिस ही पे आ जाऊंगी. पेज स्पेशल किया तो पेज स्पेशल के बुक पे चली गई, पेज पे चली गई. ओके, अब मैं फिर से करती हूँ. हाउ टू इंसर्ट लिंक? यू कैन गो टू इंसर्ट and click on link, or you can also press Ctrl K. Okay, and when you place in this document, it allows you to say page special के बाद मुझे learn formatting. Okay, and यहाँ पे जो text to display है इसको मैं change कर सकती हूँ. मैं इसको बस learn formatting ही करना चाहती हूँ. Okay, see, अभी मैं यहाँ से भी change कर सकती हूँ. Learn formatting. Again, telling you again, Ctrl K, and let's say I want to put it at pivot table, or let's say Excel as duplicates, whatever, and I get duplicate. पर मुझे A1 नहीं चाहिए तो मैं बस F2 प्रेस करके यहाँ से भी डिलीट कर सकती हूँ. And when I go there, I'm on my tab. Control G. Okay. So this is how you can create a linked tabs. So ताकि अगर let's say मैंने एक फाइनेंशियल मॉडल बनाया, वैल्यूएशन मॉडल बनाया, उसमें बहुत सारे टैब्स हैं, and my senior is reviewing it, तो मैं पहली शीट जो लगाऊंगी वो इंडेक्स की लगाऊंगी, so that he can choose कि अच्छा मुझे ये देखना है, मुझे ये देखना है, and they can quickly go on to that sheet. Okay. Okay. Now one more amazing thing which I think some of you know and some of you maybe you do not know, but trust me, this is a most loved portion of my entire class, which people like it because most of them don't know it. Okay, so now you can use Excel as a Google as well. And how you can do that, just quickly see. So let's say आपके पास ये data है जहाँ पे आपके पास different scripts हैं. Okay, and these are just normal scripts name like Reliance, Tata Steel, and UPL, Pyramid. These are all normal scripts name. जो आप not a recommendation from my side, just normal script name जिसका आपको डेटा चाहिए. आपको देखना है इसका मार्केट प्राइस क्या है, इसकी इंडस्ट्री क्या है, इसका टिकट सिंबल क्या है. So if you have Excel 365, that's a criteria relevance here. तो आप ये डेटा एक्सेल में ही सेकंड्स में निकाल सकते हो. यू डोंट नीड टू गो टू, अदरवाइज आप रिलायंस सर्च करोगे, गूगल में जाओगे, इंडस्ट्री देखोगे, उसकी मार्केट कैप कॉपी करोगे, उसका टिकट सिंबल निकालोगे, उसका पी रेशियो निकालोगे, सब कुछ करोगे एंड फिर एक्सेल में लाओगे, राइट? बट हियर व्हाट यू कैन डू इज select your data, go to data and click on this something known as stocks, which says convert to stocks. Okay, तो इसने सबको कर दिया एक्सेप्ट टाटा स्टील. टाटा स्टील का वो पूछ रहा है एनएससी या बीएससी, ऐसे एनएससी. ठीक है, ये भी हो गया. अब ये सिलेक्ट किया हमने. ओके, अब आप देखो यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा इंसर्ट डेटा आ रहा है, एक डायलॉग बॉक्स. आपने उसको क्लिक किया, आपको इंडस्ट्री चाहिए, आपने इंडस्ट्री डाल दी. आपको मार्केट कैप चाहिए तो आपने वहीं पे क्लिक करा और मार्केट कैप डाल दिया. आपको टिकट सिंबल चाहिए तो आपको टिकट सिंबल मिल गया. आपको पी रेशियो चाहिए था, आपको पी रेशियो मिल गया. यू सी हाउ इंटरेस्टिंग दिस इज. So simply select your scripts, write the name, और let's say अगर मैं यहाँ पे अब नाम लिखती हूँ, let's say I want to write JK Cement. JK Cement में इसने कुछ और ही दे दिया for some reason. Let's say UPL. So UPL is coming like this, and then I can just go and select all that, whatever I want. Okay, similarly, you can take out country data as well. So you select your country, open this dialog box, make it as a geography. Okay, now it has converted into country, and now you can see the population. The population becomes like this. You want to know GDP of every country, the GDP is this. Okay, इसका शायद नहीं होगा for some reason, ये updated नहीं है. But do you see? Do you find it as an amazing thing which you didn't know? Please write in the chat box if you didn't know. If you knew, well and good. If you didn't know, say it was amazing learning. It will give me some energy. I've been speaking. It's a new one, okay? Amazing learning. Okay. Thank you. Hmm. Okay. Okay. I'll take a 1 minute break. And meanwhile, I want you all to maybe go on my LinkedIn, follow me, write some comments if you want. Follow me on Instagram. Tag me if you want on Excelpert8. Okay. If you're enjoying the learning, and we have some minutes to go. Sorry, we are running late, but I think I'll take another 10 minutes to complete. But just give me 1 minute and I'll be back. And meanwhile, I just want you to do this for me. Go to LinkedIn, go to Excelpert, write good things for me if you want. If not, just follow me and keep looking for more updates. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. I'm back. I'll send these links because I do post a lot of content on these two platforms. So it's better if you follow me on there and you can get some interesting things. And you can also be updated about the classes that I have been taking. Okay, moving on. I hope you all are here. Moving on to next, freeze panes and filter. Okay, and I'm sure most of you will agree that yes, this is a free session. I know, but I believe time is also money, and you all are giving me time. So I want to ensure that your time is worth every minute that you spend here, right? So I am including a lot of things which maybe you learn in a advanced session. Okay, so learn the freeze panes. Again, freeze pane is something that allows you to look at a long list of data or a very big data without worrying about losing the headers. Okay, so let's say you see here, because there is a data. If you see, there is a material number, material description, period, brand. And if I keep going down, okay, I lose my titles. Now, because it has been converted into table and that is why you're able to see it. Let me try and show it to you in another way. Hmm. Now you look at the things here. Okay. I've just copied the data so that I can show you something. See, when I'm going scrolling down, I don't know my headers. Their headers are gone. So what freeze panes can help me do is fix these headers. So if I keep my cursor here or keep my cell here and I go to view, okay, I go to view in the ribbon and I go to freeze panes. Now, if I go down, you see, I'm able to see all my headers. Even if I go to 10 lakh row or 88,000 row, I don't have to worry. Okay. Similarly, let's say there were more rows here like this, columns here like this. Okay. So when I would be moving on the right hand side, so I will lose my year or maybe my brand. So let's say I want to fix my material number here. So जहां से भी आपको फ्रीज करना है, चाहे रो या कॉलम, अगर मुझे यहाँ से फ्रीज करना है तो मैं अपने कर्सर को यहाँ रखूंगी, लाइक ऑन द नेक्स्ट सेल. ओके, सो इफ आई कीप माय कर्सर हेयर, ओके, तो आप देखो ये आ रहा है B2 पे, तो B1 फ्रीज हो जाएगा और A कॉलम पूरा फ्रीज हो जाएगा. So I'll go to Alt W. The shortcut is Alt WF or just view and unfreeze and then freeze. Now what has happened? I can go down and when I go on the right side, you see my column A has become frozen. it is not moving. So I can see that, okay, this sale is for this material number. So this is maybe just a way of freezing and unfreezing your data and looking at your large set of data. Okay. Now you can also protect your sheet. How do you protect your sheet? Let's say आपने किसी को दी sheet and आप नहीं चाहते कि वो इंसान उस पर कोई भी changes करे. Okay, या फिर सिर्फ formatting कर सके, numbers ना change कर सके. Like you may have defined objective in your head. So you can go to review and you can use protect sheet. So when you protect sheet, आपके पास options होते हैं कि वो क्या क्या कर सकता है. तो अगर आप उसको format cell पे click करते हो तो वो format cells कर पाएगा, otherwise नहीं कर पाएगा. ठीक है, अगर आप डिलीट रोज डिलीट कॉलम पे क्लिक करते हो वो तभी डिलीट कर पाएगा, अदरवाइज वो आपकी शीट पे कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा. ठीक है, तो अगर लेट्स से मैंने पासवर्ड दिया 123, ये तो अनप्रोटेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. अभी मैंने अनप्रोटेक्ट किया. ठीक है, अब मैं कर रही हूँ फिर से 3. सो नाउ आई एम जस्ट सिलेक्टिंग दिस शीट, गोइंग टू प्रोटेक्ट शीट 123. ठीक है, और मैं उसको बोलती हूँ फॉर्मेट रोज कॉलम्स अलाउ कर दो. ठीक है, ओके, नाउ आई एम प्रेसिंग ओके. 123. Now if you see I want to type, मुझे टाइप नहीं करने दे रहा. आई एम गेटिंग अ मैसेज दैट द सेल और चार्ट यू ट्राइंग टू चेंज इज ऑन अ प्रोटेक्टेड शीट. टू मेक अ चेंज अनप्रोटेक्ट द शीट, यू माइट बी रिक्वेस्टेड टू एंटर अ पासवर्ड. ठीक है, इट्स नॉट, बट मैंने वहां पे फॉर्मेटिंग अलाउ किया था. लेट्स से मैं यहाँ पे कलर देना चाहती हूँ कोई 9. लेट्स से इसको मैं फॉर्मेटिंग में सिर्फ इफ यू सी सब कुछ डी हाईलाइटेड हो गया, सिर्फ ये ओपन है. फॉन्ट चेंज कर सकती हूँ और साइज चेंज कर सकती हूँ. एक्चुअली वो भी नहीं करने दे रहा मुझे, because maybe I have done some other adjustment. But the point is, this how you can protect when you are sending sheet to somebody, or if you want to keep a confidential data in your laptop, keep it protected. और उसके लिए आप यहाँ से जा सकते हो. You can go to file. Okay, you can go to options. Okay, and then you go to, sorry, I think I have done something wrong here. Sorry, yeah. So you go to file, you go to save as. Okay, when you go to save as and you browse, okay, you see here tools. Okay, you see here tools and you go to general option and then you can give a password here. इस पूरी वर्कबुक को ही अगर आपको प्रोटेक्ट करना है, लेट्स आपकी कोई एक्सेल फाइल है जो कोई खोल ही ना पाए, तो आप यहाँ से जा सकते हो. सेव एज करके ब्राउज करोगे तो आपको टूल्स दिखेगा. टूल्स में जनरल ऑप्शन में ये पासवर्ड टू ओपन और पासवर्ड टू मॉडिफाई. ओके ओके Okay, fast scroll. I hope you all know that you can press control and this arrow to reach the end. ऐसे आपको एक एक करके नहीं जाना. Control right arrow, control down arrow to fast scroll. You can use control F to find and replace. तो जैसे यहाँ पे अगर मुझे क्रॉजर को let's say क्रॉक्स में कन्वर्ट करना है, let's say मुझे ये जो क्लाइंट नेम है क्रॉजर नहीं था क्रॉक्स था, तो I can simply select my entire column, press control F, go to replace, and I write to maybe copy it. I'll put crozier here and I'll say replace with crocs. Okay, and I say find replace all. It has done these two because I had not selected. Now I'll select this replace all crocs. Oh, it's already replaced crozier. So I'll have to do this. Control F, replace. Now it will replace. C4474 replacement done. So control F to find the data, and then you can just use replace to replace whatever you want to replace. Okay. Are you all tired or you want to go more? You want to learn more? I think this is the last thing we'll do. The pivot table aggregate, I have already put videos. Useful tips, I have already covered. Shortcuts is part of the file. So we'll go with the pivot table. Okay. So with the pivot table, I'm sure you know that pivot table is an amazing tool, amazing tool to make anything that you want out of your data. Yes, you need to have a little clarity about what you want, but pivot table will give you results like this. बिकॉज रॉ डेटा तो हमारे पास बहुत होता है, लेकिन उस डेटा को पढ़ना कैसे है वो एक्सेल हमें सिखाता है। और एक्सेल का सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट टूल है पिवट टेबल, और इस पिवट टेबल को मैं एडवांस सेशन में एक बहुत एडवांस लेवल में कवर करती हूँ। आज मैं आपको कुछ बेसिक्स बता देती हूँ। तो ये आपका डेटा है, ठीक है, आपने डेटा सिलेक्ट करा। पिवट टेबल बनाते वक्त वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया इज आपके सारे हेडर्स पे हेडिंग होनी चाहिए। अदरवाइज अगर मैं इसको यहाँ से हटा दूंगी, लेट्स से साइज को, मैं पिवट टेबल बना ही नहीं सकती। सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट योर हेडर्स हैव टू बी देयर। फिर आपने ये सिलेक्ट किया, लेट्स से आपने डेटा सिलेक्ट किया, ठीक है। अब यू गो टू इंसर्ट, एंड यहाँ पे एक पिवट टेबल है, पिवट चार्ट एंड टेबल है। मैं पिवट चार्ट पे नहीं जाना चाहती अभी, वो विल नॉट डू नाउ, बट विल ओनली डू पिवट टेबल। ठीक है, मैंने इस पे क्लिक किया तो ये डायलॉग बॉक्स ओपन हो गया। सिलेक्ट अ टेबल और रेंज, जो मैं ऑलरेडी सिलेक्ट कर चुकी हूँ। आपको न्यू वर्कशीट पे चाहिए, इसी एग्जिस्टिंग पे चाहिए, तो मैंने बोला मुझे न्यू पे चाहिए, एंड आई प्रेस ओके। ठीक है, अब आप देखो ये चार्ट आ गया। चार्ट आई एम नॉट कवरिंग हियर, सो आई एम जस्ट डिलीटिंग। ये है ब्लैंक रिपोर्ट जिसके 4 कॉलम्स, यू कैन से 4 क्राइटेरिया है, फिल्टर्स, कॉलम्स, रोज एंड वैल्यूज। अब आपके पास जब आप पिवट टेबल आप डेटा देखोगे, लेट्स से आपके बॉस आपसे पूछता है मुझे ये बताओ विच क्लाइंट इज ब्रिंगिंग मी मैक्सिमम बिजनेस एंड विच ब्रांड इज द हाईएस्ट सेलिंग ब्रांड, और आपके पास इतनी सारी रोज है, देखो 88,000 रोज है। अब 88,000 में इफ यू लुक एट द क्लाइंट, देर आर लाइक 10 100 क्लाइंट्स। सोचो, मैंने एक क्लास ली थी, उसमें लोगों ने, बिकॉज उनको पता नहीं था पिवट, तो वो बोलते हैं कि मैम हम तो ऐसे करते थे कि हमें फिल्टर आता था तो हम फिल्टर लगाते थे, एल्बर्टसन पे क्लिक करते थे, ओके करते थे, फिर एल्बर्टसन का टोटल लेते थे, उसको काउंट करते थे, लिखते थे, फिर दूसरा क्लाइंट लेते थे। आई वाज लाइक मैन, व्हाई डू पीपल डू दिस। एनीवेज, सो आपके पास ये पिवट टेबल फील्ड्स हैं, जितने भी आपके कॉलम्स थे वो सारे यहाँ पे आ जाते हैं। अब आपको जो चाहिए आप कर सकते हो। ठीक है, ये फिल्टर, कॉलम, रो, वैल्यू, आपको बस इस डेटा को पॉपुलेट करते जाना है। सो आपसे पूछा गया आपके बॉस ने कि कौन सा क्लाइंट मैक्सिमम बिजनेस लाता है, राइट? तो आपने क्लाइंट उठाया, ऐसे यू कैन पिक एंड ड्रैग हेयर, तो ये क्लाइंट आ गया। और आपको सेल्स देखनी है तो आपने ग्रॉस सेल्स उठा के ये वैल्यूज में डाल दी। ठीक है, अब आप देखो आपके पास हर क्लाइंट की टोटल सेल्स आ गई। अब आपको क्या करना है, बस इसका असेंडिंग और डिसेंडिंग ही तो करना है देखने के लिए, है ना? तो आप यहाँ गए, ठीक है, आपने करा मोर सॉर्ट ऑप्शन, और आप कर दो असेंडिंग, लेट्स से सम ऑफ ग्रॉस सेल, नहीं डिसेंडिंग करते हैं ताकि मेरा हाईएस्ट ऊपर आए। ओके, सो नाउ इन अ मिनट यू नो ट्रेडर्स, जो क्लाइंट जो है वो हमें मैक्सिमम बिजनेस दे रहा है। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज विच ब्रांड इज द हाईएस्ट सेलिंग ब्रांड। तो अब मैं क्लाइंट हटा देती हूँ यहाँ से और मैं यहाँ पे ब्रांड ले आती हूँ। आई विल ब्रिंग ब्रांड हियर, एंड नाउ आई नो माय ब्रांड आल्सो। अगेन इसको मैं यहाँ पे जाऊंगी, मोर कस्टम शॉर्ट ऑप्शन पे जाऊंगी, डिसेंडिंग करूंगी, डिसेंडिंग बाय ग्रॉस सेल्स, एंड आई प्रेस ओके। सो डंडी डाइट ब्रांड जो है वो हाईएस्ट सेलिंग ब्रांड है। अब लेट से मुझे क्लाइंट वाइज, ब्रांड वाइज डेटा चाहिए, सो आई कैन पुट मे बी क्लाइंट हेयर अगेन, एंड नाउ आई नो, और आई कैन पुट क्लाइंट ऑन द टॉप एंड ब्रांड। सो ये वाला मेरा क्लाइंट इन इन ब्रांड्स में डील करता है, और ये वाला क्लाइंट इन इन ब्रांड्स में डील करता है, एंड लाइक दैट। और इफ यू वांट, I'll give you another tip also, you can change the design. So I usually like this. If I go to design, I go to tabular form, and I can see my data like this. Okay, so pivot table is an interesting tool, very very interesting tool. You can change client type. ओके, यू कैन सी द पैक्स कि कौन से क्लाइंट कौन से पैक्स कितने बेच रहा है। यू कैन लुक एट द पीरियड ऑन द कॉलम्स। सो नाउ यू सी हर क्लाइंट का, हर पैक का, हर मंथ का डेटा। ओके, एंड ऑल दिस इज पॉसिबल थ्रू अ पिवट टेबल। Okay, so as I said again, pivot table is I think the most exciting tool that Excel has ever given us. So you can just use it for your data analysis at any way you want. And here I have told you just the basic. There is so much more that we can cover as part of advanced Excel in advanced Excel class. Okay. So are you all with me till now? Okay. All right. So aggregate function, as I said, it's already there. Okay, it's already a video I've already uploaded in the group, so you can learn from there, and it should not be a problem. Tips we've already covered. Text to column we'll cover in the advanced session. Okay, now there is all the shortcut that I was using, I've already put it here. It's in your sheets, so you can use it. Okay. Now coming back to my presentation. Okay. Do you see my presentation back? Or are you still on the Excel sheet? Can anybody confirm me if you're able to see back my presentation? No. Okay. So let me stop sharing and share again. Okay. So now, as I promised that, if you think I've added value, saying it's a basic session, but covering a lot of good things. Okay. So I want to invite you for a 3-hour live session, which I'm taking on next Sunday, which is like 2 to 5 p.m. And for that, I'll provide the recording. I keep a batch size of 10 to 15 maximum because वहाँ पे मैं किसी को नहीं छोड़ती, मैं सबको ensure करती हूँ that everybody is doing it. Okay, I'll be providing all the practice material, and let me show you the practice material that I have created for that. Let me share my screen. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So in my advanced section, I don't cover 3 formulas, 4 formulas. I cover almost 50 things. Okay. So I cover if and or examples. I cover some ifs. ये जो important concepts की अगर फाइल है, मैं अगर आपको ये दिखाऊंगी, इसमें ही there are 10 concepts that I cover. Okay, like this, like splitting text, hyperlinks, data validations, everything we practice alongside. So every sheet जो आपको मैं दिखा रही हूँ उसमें बहुत कुछ है करने को. Sum ifs, count ifs, okay, and then V lookup, X lookup, H lookup, pivot table in a lot more details. The filter function, the most amazing function that Excel has introduced, the unique function, the column chart, use of chat GPT to create presentation, how to create a people graph, and many more things. Okay. So I am creating, I do that. And if you look at the feedbacks that I have received, okay, like people say that it's almost 9, 10 times 8x the value that they could have paid for this session, which is a 3-hour session. Okay. And it's like I have amazing feedbacks for all my courses. So if you go back to your Excel sheet, okay, there is a link here for the advanced Excel class. Okay, it's only for 499 for 3 hours. Okay, and if you click on that link, you can register, because as I said, I'll be taking only very limited seats for this session. But trust me, you will feel like you have covered maybe 10x, like people are saying, in every session. And they've even advised me to increase the rate, but I'm not increasing because first I want to reach to a lot more people and help them. Okay, so register using this link which you have in your file. Okay, if you want to go for the advanced class. One more thing that I have is that in case that, okay, you say कि नहीं मुझे 3 घंटे नहीं, मुझे तो पूरा कोर्स सीखना है. Okay, I want to learn entire basic to advanced Excel. So then for that I have an 8 days course which I take on weekends. Okay, again इसमें भी मैं ज़्यादा बैच नहीं लेती हूँ. यहाँ सारी रिकॉर्डिंग होती है. There are like 8 days, 8 hours plus things available. Doubt sessions होते हैं, बहुत कुछ होता है. And यहाँ पे day wise we have the chapters available, like what all do I cover. So first chapter or first day you can say is all about introduction, like today आज हमने cover करा, उससे बहुत और थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा. Save as function, inserting, modifying, shortcuts, सब कुछ. Okay, then we have basic to advanced course like formulas. Okay, if error function, left, right, middle, proper, average ifs, understanding references, ये सब cover होता है day 2. Okay, then day 3 pivot tables. Pivot tables में आप सोचो applying filters, reordering, custom order save करना, top analysis करना, merge and center करना. Okay, and then slicers create करना, interactive charts create करना, everything. Okay, then we have hyperlinks. How to create the hyperlinks, how to remove the duplicates, a lot more topic. Okay, as I said, we look up simple, we look up nahi, but with if error, with trim, with match function, goal seek, बहुत लोगों को goal seek नहीं आता, goal seek, data analysis, ये सब cover होगा. Then charts, okay, charts हम advanced class में भी cover करते हैं, but थोड़े level पे. But जब हम main 1 to 8 में आते हैं, then we have Excel charts, formatting charts, stacked area, spark lines, combo charts, progress charts. Okay, chapter 7. And then last, of course, is structuring, grouping. So यहाँ पे this is for 5,000 because I am giving here a lot more time. Of course, the course would be, I would say, 50,000 worth. But for this 8 hours plus it goes, normally it goes almost 10 hours, I'm charging 5,000. So if you want to go for 8 days session, which is on Saturday Sunday 2 to 8 classes, then just DM me, because उसके लिए आपको link अलग मिलेगा. But as, and again, if you look at my feedbacks, you'll see these are the people who have taken my entire course, and these are all on my LinkedIn as well, that how you can improve your Excel skills. This Viren Bandari, he's an influencer. He had like 30,000 followers in his YouTube as well, and he learned Excel from me and he was amazed. Okay, then of course there are some feedbacks from very prominent people. Dheeraj Chaurasia is like my mentor in PwC. Okay, and then we have some PwC partners recommendation. So you have two options. Either you want to go for 1 to 8 days class, or you want to go for the 3-hour class. So 3-hour class is only 499. For that, the link is already there in your sheets. I'll send the link in the chat box as well. Let me wait. For this, okay, sorry, I'm sending to somebody else. This is for 3 hours class. For 8 hours class, just DM me first. We'll have a chat. Okay, we'll discuss the class timings. For 8 days class, we'll do Saturday, Sunday. Okay, I'll make a batch and we'll decide on the time and the usually it's Saturday, Sunday, 1 hour each. Saturday morning, Sunday morning. Okay, Harsh, just drop me a DM. आई होप कोई ऐसा है यहाँ पे जो मेरे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का पार्ट नहीं है, वो मुझे अलग से बता सकते हैं टू ऐड हर्ष बोरा. ओके, कोई ऐसा है जो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का पार्ट नहीं है बट इस कॉल में है, just send me your number. I'll add you in the WhatsApp group. But that is a very handy group. Harsh, I have noted your email. I'll send you this sheet there. What else do you want? You want the 8 days class? Who was asking for it? Stop sharing.